House of Kuru, Part 2, Chapter 25. Hidimba the Rakshasa. Having run from the palace throughout the night, the mighty son of the wind god, the doer of terrible deeds, did not relent to exhaustion. Carrying the remaining sons of Pandu and his mother, he kept moving at terrific pace until finally he reached a dense forest and removed his brothers and placed his mother on their side. They were all completely exhausted, worn down and tired. Bhimasena then began scouring the forest for water or a stream, making sure to keep a careful guard over his brothers and mother. "Go, dear brother, I will keep watch," said a tired-looking Arjuna with a firm voice. "I have with me my bow and a quiver of arrows, and no creature on this planet can harm us. I have all the astras fully charged and on the tip of my lips. Therefore go. You are the best among us to search for water," said the son of the mighty god of war, Indra, and Bhima nodded in agreement. Bhima did not dare wander too far, but looked for telltale signs of water. Life in Varanavata had prepared him to scout like a professional, as the sons of Pandu spent all their daytime hunting. Not far from where Bhima was foraging lived a Rakshasa. Rakshasas were cruel, demonic entities with magical powers. They lived on human flesh and drank human blood to increase their strength. They could perform great feats of strength and were known for their cruelty. This particular Rakshasa was known as Hidimba. Hidimba was always perched on top of a sala tree, and along with his sister Hidimbi, they would ambush any unsuspecting traveler, tearing them up limb from limb before killing them. Hidimba, as he sat on the tree, smelled the flesh of the 5 Pandavas and their mother, and an insatiable bloodlust filled his eyes. His mouth began to water, and a deep smile stretching from his left ear to his right appeared on his grotesque face, full of fangs and sharp teeth. "Dear sister, I can smell the flesh of weary humans. Go ahead and slaughter them. Prepare the meat and I will approach," said Hidimba, and his sister obeyed his command without question. She slid down the tree and hunted the source of the smell. As she drew nearer, her nose led her straight to the gargantuan body of Bhimasena, as he was with his bare hands attempting to dig a borehole. For some reason, this sight ruined her appetite and instead completely infatuated her. Using her demonic powers, she turned herself into a beautiful maiden. Knowing fully well that human males are attracted to human females with voluptuous waists and beautiful eyes, she shapeshifted into a woman of exquisite beauty and stood behind Bhima and approached him cautiously. After all, he did have a massive body. He could overpower her. Bhima, whose senses were always on high alert, stopped digging and looked around for sounds of anything abnormal. And as soon as he heard a small twig twitch, he looked in the direction of the twitch to see a beautiful maiden, smiling wide and nodding shyly. Bhima assessed her, and after realizing that she posed no immediate threat or danger, he continued digging the well. This only caused her to get even more infatuated. She approached nearer when Bhima shot up. "Stop! Stop where you are, damsel! I do not trust strangers," grunted Bhimasena. "Oh, mighty human, I've come here to warn you. There lies a grave danger for you here. My brother is a Rakshasa who lives on human flesh. He has not feasted in months and is starving. I have magical powers. I will lift you to a place far away from here, and we can be together forever, said the woman. Bhima laughed out loud. Ha ha, dear woman, you have no idea who I am, do you? No creature in this world, or the world after, can slaughter me, and I will never abandon my brothers and mother in fear for some Rakshasa, said Bhimasena. And now the woman had a tone of urgency in her voice. Do not be coy, human. This Rakshasa is no ordinary being. He has single-handedly defeated armies of men with ease. Please, now is no time for heroism. Come, let us go somewhere safe. We do not have the time, insisted the woman. Woman, it does not behoveth a man of my honor to flee a battle, abandoning my kith and kin. I will happily embrace death instead of fleeing with a woman, replied Bhima. You need to leave now. My brother is, said the woman with a tremble in her voice, as a loud, harsh tone hollered from behind her. What is this nonsense? You are speaking with the filthy humans? I should have known. You and your emotions. I will slaughter you first, and then the humans, snarled a massive figure just behind the bushes, and it sped towards the woman. Bhima took one look at the creature and leapt in front of the woman, and the two titans began wrestling. Hidimba was no ordinary foe, with large boulder-like shoulders on each hand, crimson-colored hair, and nails that looked like claws. He was perfectly matched with Bhimasena, who also had some similar features. Hearing the commotion, the remaining brothers and Kunti hurried to where the two titans were wrestling, and Arjuna, the mighty wielder of the legendary weapon of Brahma, assembled his bow, getting ready for battle when the firstborn son of Pandu, Prince Yudhishthira, stopped him and shook his face, as this was not in line with the code of warriors, especially when two warriors were locked in battle with each other. It looked like Hidimba might have had a slight advantage as a veteran savage living in the woods, and with each blow he gave Bhima, his sister, the Rakshasi woman, sighed and gasped, as Kunti keenly observed that she was looking upon this battle for life and death. Bhima, however, was so furious with Suyodhana and all that had happened with the wax palace, he needed no excuse to vent out all his fury on this Rakshasa. The fight between Hidimba and Bhimasena was a spectacle to watch, as the two titans first utilized their arms, and then both the giants uprooted trees and hurled them at each other, then large rocks and boulders. Finally, they went back to wrestling, and in due time, there was a loud cracking sound followed by a loud snap, as though a large bone was broken. And true to his name, Bhimasena, the one-man army, had torn the Rakshasa Hidimba from limb to limb and snapped his spine and crushed them with his bare hands. The brothers of Bhima encircled him, filled with awe and amazement. Kunti, their mother, could hardly believe the feats of Bhima, having carried the five of them for hundreds of miles, not slept throughout the night, and now fought and defeated a monster known to defeat armies of men. The five brothers congratulated Bhima and inquired on his well-being. While the other brothers were admiring Bhima, Kunti keenly observed that the woman was still with them, and she approached her. "Dear maiden, who are you? What are you doing in this dreadful forest?" asked Kunti. "I am the sister of the demon your son just slaughtered. My name is Hidimbi. One look at your son, and I have fallen in love with him. I wish to wed him," said Hidimbi. The intuitive Kunti knew that Bhima was also infatuated with her. She saw, from a distance, at the pace with which Bhima leapt to fight Hidimba the second he posed a threat to Hidimbi. "Dear Hidimbi, I have no objections for you to wed Bhima, but he must never leave us, for he is our only hope of winning back our kingdom. You see, we are fleeing and in exile. With the loss of Bhima, we may face great threat, even great danger. If this is okay with you, then I permit," said Kunti. "I promise to never separate Bhima from his brothers or you, mother," said the Rakshasi Hidimbi. And Kunti gave a soft smile and nodded towards Bhima. "Bhima, if your heart is pleased, then you may take Hidimbi as your wife," said Kunti, as Bhima looked around rather bashfully, and the other brothers made silly jokes about his strengths and his romance. "Not one of us thought you would be the first to wed, Bhima," chuckled Arjuna, as Yudhishthira lightly punched Bhima's right cheek. "Is the mighty Bhima capable of shyness?" asked Yudhishthira in a jovial manner, and Bhima ignored him, mumbling something under his breath. Hidimbi approached Bhima. "Will you marry me, mighty victor?" asked Hidimbi, and Bhima looked puzzled, unsure of what to do next. He neither denied nor accepted the proposal. But why is the mighty Bhima, the titan amongst men, hesitating? Rajaguru, what is causing his angst?" asked King Janamejaya. "Dear Cleon of Hastinapura, kings like Bhima hold honor above anything else, and to Bhimasena, falling in love is a questionable act from the viewpoint of honor," chuckled Guru Vaishampayana. "So then what happens next?" asked Janamejaya, and the Guru Vaishampayana continued.